What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Expeditions Viking. In the last part, we possibly made a mistake. We killed Gunnar, which I'm still not entirely sure that was the right choice, but I felt like I needed to do that. I don't know. I feel like we'll run into a lot more people anyway that will eventually join our herd. I'm not sure if that's true, but I feel that way, so he's still lying there. I guess we'll see. Can I loot him, actually? Can I loot the guy? I mean, if he's got some nice equipment, then there we go. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. We got some nice axes out of that. All right. Let's just loot everything that we can. All right, so we're actually going to, let's see. Right. We're supposed to go to Ribe. We're supposed to ask two people about building a longship and about a tomb that we're supposed to check out. That could have a lot of valuables in it. What is this? Hello? Why is this stuff just sort of lying around? Do you need anything? I'm going, west, I guess? Aye, so I've heard. I'd join you if I could, but you know how it is with my lag. Alright, well, you know, it's probably better if he stays behind. That's true. We'll help your mother watch over the clan. Alright, I'm not gonna ask about... I see you, man. Like, I don't care about that. This guy clearly is not important, so I'm just gonna move on with my life. Alright, let's see. So we're supposed to go to the, here we go, campaign map, which we haven't seen. Actually, we've seen this once, I believe. But at the time, there weren't a lot of options. And it looks like now we actually do have some options. As you plan your travels, keep an eye on this timeline. It shows your current deadline, okay. This is a deadline? Okay. You have about 1 month to prepare for your expedition before it's too late, and if you run out of time, the game will end prematurely. Time usually passes only when you travel or when you make camp. Each time you make camp, 12 hours pass. In rare cases, storyline choices or events will also advance the time. When you leave for Britain, time will advance to spring, and you will be given a new, more generous deadline. Consider beginning a long construction project in your homestead before you trigger this time skip. Alright, so... we're supposed to, let's see. Definitely that boat is, I think, the most important thing to do. So we need to talk to Thorfinn. Except I don't know where he is, or who he is, or any of that, so... Occupied, low food. I guess we should try to go to one of these campsites, right? Oh, hold on. That's Ribe. That's really far away. So we should probably just go for a nearby campsite. And, just keep going like that, I guess. So we're gonna go there. It is occupied, so we're gonna bring everybody with us. Right, so we got a party of 5, but you can actually have a party of 6. So having Gunnar on board would have been possibly a good idea. That's on me. I thought that it would be like a good thing to get rid of him. But I don't know how many party members you get. Like, getting rid of a potential party member just to police one party member one time absolutely doesn't seem worth it, so that would have been a good learning experience. So we got 6 enemies here: a brawler, defender, skald, archer, civilian, and another skald. So basically a civilian barely counts, I'd say. Is that cover? Yes, it is. Alright, just run over there, I guess. Just wait for the brawler to show up. They only have 1 archer who's way in the back, so you shouldn't be able to do much of anything. If we get you... no cover, except there. Sure, go stand over there. If Kettle could actually hit that guy, 80% chance to hit. 0, because he's in cover. 0. Alright, so we need to hit this guy. Alright, let's get you over there. Just a bit closer, and then take your shot. 95% chance to hit. Not bad. He's now harried. So what we want is for Nefja to be... right, sort of cover for him so that the brawler can't run up to the archer. And the healer is just going to stay in the back because, you know, she's a healer. She has a little knife. And that's about it, so let's be careful with her. Alright, let's see what they're going to do. They'll probably go after Nefja now. Wait, what? Oh, okay, he healed him. For a second, I thought he was gonna stab him. That would have been too good for me, so that's why it didn't happen. Right, so the civilian's just looking for cover. The archer is going around or something. Right, they have their little shout, but so do we. Missed. Suck on that. Alright, Brawler, here we go. And he is going after Nefja. Oh, he's actually pretty strong too. That could be bad, actually. This could be very bad. Alright, Right, they have so much armor. That is insane. Am I actually supposed to beat these people or what? They take such a small amount of damage. That's insane. I mean, I get that the Tears Favor thing is like helping them out, but this is getting a little bit out of control. Right, thing is, we actually need that ourselves as well then. Just to keep up there. So what we'll do is we'll put you there. Use Tears Favor. And then Ruskva will use her... Like, I kind of want her to just run away. Use her tactical move, but... At the same time, demoralizing an enemy could be good too. Death Blow, that's not gonna work. She does very, very little damage. I guess we'll try Demoralize just to see how good that actually is. And that's the end of it, because there's nothing else that she can actually do. Faint. Let's smack this guy. I don't know how good it is, but... There he goes. Concussed now, so at least that's something. And then, right, this dude is going to... I wish we could... Actually, yeah, we could flank this guy. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, wait. Oh, that's my bad. Totally forgot about the attack opportunity that actually would trigger there. That's me. Actually, let's just stun the guy. And just make sure that he's not going to be able to participate in the in this battle for at least a little bit. And that is about it. This is going to be very, very difficult to win, though. They got really, really good buffs and everything. Like, the small amount of damage they take is pretty insane. I wonder if I should have, like, if there's something I could have done to make this easier for myself. And it keeps getting healed. We need to kill that healer person for sure. That's trouble right there. What are you doing, civilian? Alright, Brawler's gonna kick Nefja's ass. We do have our own healer, but she's kind of in the middle of something right now. So, alright, ass life, just got one stun left. Like, we need to get rid of that healer. So, what if I, right, step over there? I guess I'll stand over here. Get that healer. That healer we need gone. Stun, I guess, for one more turn, because that's going to allow Ruskva to run over to Nefja, and we can heal her. Which actually, that's a very very nice heal. There we go. I'm not sure it's going to help us win the game, or the battle, but you know, at least it's something. Extend seems like a mistake. I guess we could smack this guy. Not enough space, right? We can't take a step back. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. Just stab him then. That's all we can really do, right? And then Kettle should definitely... Right, take his quick shot, and he'll just shoot this person twice. Hopefully hit twice, that would be ideal. Like, that healer needs to go. There we go, because that's a lot of damage that you can heal with a healer. If you can heal 3 times, that's really, that's gonna make a pretty big difference. Which is the reason why healers are even good at all. So it's really obvious, but I'm still gonna explain it to you guys. Seriously, okay, that's another healer character. We're gonna have to deal with that. And we got that civilian. Are you serious? You're fighting barehanded. You're doing that's not a lot of damage you're doing. Alright, at least we took one out, so it's a 5 versus 5, but they still have some really strong characters. Like, the Brawler's very strong. I'm assuming this guy is tough too, I don't know. But he's got a shield and everything. Let's, alright, if we charge the healer. Like, that healer really needs to go. Right, and then Nefya could finish that. There you go, beautiful. We'll have... Right, Aslav's actually in the middle of, oh boy. Of 2 enemies, which could actually be very, very bad. Perhaps just use his tactical move and just have him run away. I'm not sure if they'll, like, chase him, but if they do, that would be, pretty nice. And then, right, you... Poison. We got dust. I would actually love to just poison this guy, so we could get close to him. That would be very, very nice. So, let's get you... Yeah, I guess up there. And then poison... Oh, that's how it works. You poison someone's weapon. You don't actually poison an enemy. Alright, use dust then. So, he's now drugged, which I think lowers a bunch of his stats. I don't know how good it is, but alright, we'll check it out. Right, if we stand over there, the cover shouldn't work, right? Yeah, cover's not working. Alright, so... Let's cripple him, maybe? I feel like that might be a good choice. Alright. I don't know if it actually is, but I feel like it might be. Alright, 4 enemies remaining. As long as the archer doesn't hit a whole bunch, we might... Okay. That's not good. The civilian clearly is very weak. Going after Aslife, too. Dude, Aslife, you have a shield. Just block it. Seriously. Oh, boy. We're gonna need another heal there. Let's make sure that this is the first thing that we do, right? Apparently we'll take an attack from this, but it's worth it. Ouch. Alright, well, Nefya is like a good damage dealer, and so... We're certainly gonna need that damage here. Alright. Switch to Nefya, so we're just gonna have to deal a bunch of damage and just hope that we can get to this guy, so... Let's get to it. He's got a ton of health, by the way. It's pretty insane. Alright, take out the civilian. Sorry, civilian. But you really shouldn't have been here. Wait, I can attack twice. I think his little thing went off that allows him to attack twice. That's actually really, really nice in this situation because that's an insta-kill there. Right, let's block this guy. I'll make sure he doesn't get to Kettle because Kettle's like very, very useful. If we take another dual shot, that could be very good. 80% chance to hit. I think that is, like, the odds are in our favor there. Are you serious? Kettle, please, why? Alright, well, we still got the 1 hit. Could have been a lot worse. We still have a move, too. Yeah, that's just not gonna work, is it? We're so close to that kill, but somehow we just can't do it. Alright, well... Might as well charge, because why not? Whoa, it actually did work. Are you serious? I did not expect that. Alright, that's actually kind of beautiful. Alright, let's see. Let's get you over there. Let's get Ruskva in a position where she's somewhat safe from the archer that is still, creeping about. So let's put her over, I guess there. She can heal someone as needed. Right, you go after the archer, actually. We got cover here. We are not injured whatsoever, so we're good. Looks like, despite this battle being... Whoa, that's a nice crit.
I'll have to remember that move.
Despite this battle being pretty tough, like, we might actually be okay. Right, Roskva, you should probably heal. I'd say Aslife, like, is really low, and we want to... We want to make sure that there's no lasting injuries after the fight, so... That's what we're doing. Nefya. That'll work. Boom,
you
critical
messed
hit.
with the wrong woman.
Alright, then Aslife could actually, yeah, just hit him. Not much else we can do, right? Kettle. I don't know how he would be able to hit, but apparently he can. Like, the whole friendly fire thing they're, like, done with, I guess. Because you can just shoot through allies. Like, I definitely remember the previous build I played, they had sort of friendly fire where, like, if one of your buddies got in the way, you could just shoot him in the back. What is this? He's shooting through a bush? That seems really fair. I'm gonna extend. Not within range. 1, 2, 3. How is that? Why would it not work, dude? Even charging is not gonna work. Okay. Well, let's just go over there. This is probably not gonna go well. Like, we're probably gonna get horribly injured. I'm gonna send Kettle up there as well to see if we can maybe take a shot. This guy is down. Right, it's the only enemy, so we might as well just bum rush him with like everybody in the party. And just make sure that he doesn't take out Sviney. Alright, Roskva. Go up there. Alright, that'll be the end of that turn. Let's see what he does. Like, he might be able to do some... He's got a spear as a secondary, but apparently he's just really, really bad with that. Well, pretty obvious. Just stab him, right? The guy isn't really doing much damage. Let's see. If you could... That's really good. How about Roskva? If she changes to her sling, right? Puffball. Okay. Let's get really close to the guy and just, like, start slinging at him. Full cover. Alright, that's actually something you can use when you're under, like, ranged attack, but we're not, so... We're good. I don't know, like, how experience works in this game. I'm just kind of curious to see if, like, if you get more experience if you take down an enemy, like the character that takes down the enemy gets more experience, or if you just use your move or an attack against an enemy, you get more experience. I have no idea how any of this works, so... I just kind of want to see. Welcome to your campsite. This is where you heal injuries and create items and equipment. When characters want to talk to you, to strike up a conversation during the night. This is your to-do list. Every time you make camp, you need to make sure that everyone gets rest, that everyone eats, broken items are repaired, and that every injured herdsman is treated. At the same time, you should ensure that the camp is well guarded. Start by assigning food to everyone. Your herdsmen are just as happy to eat rations as meat, but remember that meat perishes quickly if it's not eaten or preserved. Characters lose morale if they don't eat. Alright, so... Each night is divided into 4 shifts, and you are able to assign 1 task to each herdsman per shift. Try assigning the different tasks now, and new tutorial windows will explain each one. Alright. Once you're happy, click Make Camp. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. So... I don't think we have any... meat, do we? I'm not... Who eats first? The weakest, I guess. Security. So, the camp's not very secure. Resting. Right, so, hesitant. He's not super happy, right? That's his morale, I assume. So, we're going to allow Nefja to rest. And Aslife to. Kettle will hunt. Shows the chance for your assigned hunters to bring back enough meat. Alright, so that'll be good. Ruskva is good at witchcraft, so... Do we have any herbs? That's medicine. We got 16 herbs, so she can actually make medicine with that. That's good. I will cook or craft. Right, so if I use craft, I can actually craft my own stuff, and it's like... Is that better than when I let somebody else craft it? Simple spear. So you actually use a salvage. Alright, so like the more salvage we have, the better stuff we can make. Makes sense. I'm actually not going to make anything because I have like a decent weapon and there's not much else I can do. I'll just cook. Grants a chance to make each of your herdsmen well fed. Provide a bonus to endurance and sense. Can only be done the first shift and only 1 herdsman can cook each day. Alright. Aslife is going to stand guard in the 2nd shift. Okay, the overall guarding score is your chance to prevent attacks or theft. Your goal is to assign 5 ranks worth of the guarding skill. Are you serious? Because we have like... How is that even possible? Like, we need a lot more people. Okay, so you need to make sure that everybody has at least 2... Right. Sure, repair the knife. Is that really, like, necessary? I don't think so, actually. Let's not do that. That seems like a waste of time. Guard. And then rest there. Nefja is going to, let's say, scout, maybe? Sure, scout. Scouting shows the chance of points of interest being... Okay. So she'll scout a little bit. You will rest there. I guess I will... I don't want to craft anything, so... I guess I'll stand guard. That leaves one for you. So hunt a little bit more, I guess, and then she can... guard there. Right, and you guard, and then... That's 2 rest for everybody and a little bit of everything else. Let's see how this works out. I have no idea. I'm new to this, okay? Let's see if we find... Okay, Nephew didn't find anything. We got some meat. Alright, so we lost 3 herbs and 5 rations, but we gained 5 meat and 3 medicines, so... I'd say that's actually pretty good. We just need to make sure that, like, the next night we... Right, this is our campsite right now. We need to make sure that we... do the right thing with the meat and turn it into rations, or we eat it, which is fine too. Let's see if we can get closer, I guess. So maybe like the next campsite might be our best move. Like we could go to the farmstead or back to town, but you know what's the point? We need to press on. Medium food, or this is a different one actually. All right, okay. So we could actually travel to a different one. Wait, hold on. This one's not occupied, I believe, so... We can just go there. Yes. Let's spend the night. I'm not sure if this is, like, the right way to play this game. I'm honestly, like, very, very confused at this point. I'm not sure if I'm doing things the right way, but... This is kind of cool. Alright, so I guess we'll just do things the... same way. We got good hunting here. Security is, like, decent, right? So, I'm just gonna assign meat to everybody. Like, we're just gonna eat the meat that we found earlier, and that'll be just fine. So, this is good, right? Make camp. In the morning, as your herd are packing down to camp and preparing to move out, you notice a hole in the bottom of one of your sacks. You check the ration stored within and you find that much of it has been chewed up by rodents. Oh no. How much is that? Okay, we lost 3 valuables. How does that work? Okay, our scouts have found something of interest nearby though. That's good. The night seems to go a little bit too quickly for me to actually, like, determine what's up. So... Very low food. Very high security. And it's occupied, whereas... Like, I don't know who's gonna be there, right? Like, I could travel there. Sunrise. Alright, go. You've trekked for the better part of a day under dark and ominous clouds when it begins. A small tap on your shoulder, a frigid droplet on your cheek. Icy pellets spill from above as a torrent of hail overtakes you. The howling wind whips frozen rain against you, and a cry of dismay rises from your herdmen. Okay, so we gotta keep moving, or we can raise a lean-to and weather it there. I mean, let's do that. With haste, you and your followers set about raising a crude shelter from wood and hides. Though no one escapes the downpour completely, you're able to weather it in relative comfort. Okay. Was that relevant, or... Like, I'm not really sure. Alright, go to that campsite, which is occupied. Is there a way to actually see... Like, I don't think there's a way for us to actually see who's in the campsite. So what we should probably do is just save the game, right? And just go like that, but just save the game. Just in case we get destroyed here, because that would suck. Like, if there might be, like, a giant group of, like, heavily armored enemies here, and if that's the case, that would be very bad. Right, so there's 6 enemies, kind of the same situation, right? Civilian, rogue, healer, rogue, brawler. They're like very untrained. They look gross, man. They're probably gonna be pretty like pushovery. All right, you know what? Let's just make this video a bit longer than I was intending to, because like this is probably gonna be, at least it'll be interesting, right? But these people are clearly 45% chance to hit. Let's just get as close as we can, I'd say. Maybe from an angle, that could be a thing. See, that ain't bad. He's got pretty good chance of hitting. some of these. So 65% chance. I say we take this shot, right? See, that's not bad. That's like a really good hit. It looks like they're barely armored, these people, which is strange to see. I don't think... Did they have an archer? They don't actually seem to have an archer in their midst, so we don't have to really worry about cover or anything. So just ready yourself for an attack. Nephew should probably go there. Let's just keep Ruskva in the back a bit, though. Like, we want to make sure she doesn't get injured. Like, she's not a frontline type of person. Alright, we'll end it there. If my hunch is correct and these people suck, then we should be okay. I got some primitive heals, but if you have no armor, then you're just not in luck. What are you gonna do, little rogue? Is he running away, or is he trying to flank us? I'm still not sure. I mean, legit, some of these people appear to just be, like, fleeing the scene. I'm not sure. I mean, they're just gonna have to die, you know? That's just the deal. I mean, that's just how this stuff works. Let's get over it. Are they running away? Like, I'm honestly not sure. 60% chance to hit. I'll take those odds. Look at that. He is super dead. Alright, enemy down. I guess, you know, technically an enemy. What are they doing, though? They're all just running away. It's so weird. Can I charge? Like, I want to charge that guy. Alright, I'll go over here. I'm going to try to charge one of those people next turn. Ash Life. I guess just go and start in the middle. Alright, you go there. Stay close to us, and then Kettle could go... Alright, they're probably gonna go that way or something, so Kettle can flank him and just shoot him. Because he does pretty crazy damage when he does hit him. Demoralize. Yeah, so they were like running away earlier, and now they changed their minds. And they're like charging me like pretty hard. I don't know why. Alright, hold on. Let's see what we can do here. Nefia needs to stab that guy. That is for sure. She doesn't have a charge move, though, which would have been really nice. I guess we'll go over there. Let's just focus on the enemies in front of us first. And she can use Demoralize, too, so we'll do that. Not sure if it's going to be any good, but we'll use it. And then... Alright, if you go over there... You can sling... 5% chance to hit. How does that work? Is it really just the demoralize thing that does that? Okay. Charge. Sorry, buddy, but you chose the wrong camp to hang out in, and then also, like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to kill you guys for whatever reason, so I'll do that. Let's see how much damage they can do. Yeah, this is what I figured. Like, they're extremely weak. It doesn't basically matter what I do. There's literally no chance for them to win this battle, so... This is weird. I feel like they should just turn themselves in instead of trying to turn this into a fight. Like, they clearly don't have a fighting chance. Yet they're still trying. I'm just saying, that's kind of weird. Alright, hit him. He might actually... Yeah, I figured he would lose. Like, the odds are... The odds are okay, but if the odds are just okay, like, every couple of shots you will actually miss. Alright, so they can actually do somewhat decent damage to, Kettle. Because he has so little armor. Alright, here we go. They're surrounding Nefia. I don't know why, because it's not going to do anything, but... I mean, you do you, I guess. That's pretty good. Charge that one. I'll take the hit. Some of them have, like, a little bit of, like, decent damage that they can do, but... That's about it. Like, we just fought a battle that was so much more difficult than this that, like, I'm just not worried about this anymore. There we go. Alright, if you... 5% chance to hit. What about... We're just gonna switch her to her knife and have her actually, like, contribute. Boom, there you go. So she's got a little killing blow. I hope that gives her some experience. I don't know if it does, but I certainly hope that it does. That's good, too. Yeah, do that. Take that guy out. So that leaves us with only 2 enemies.
Like all who face me.
Ash Life, don't get, like, super excited about Killing innocent people, okay. Sure. Stab him. Like, eventually, we're going to win that matchup, so... Because we probably have a lot more health, right? Oh, no. That was actually, like, a pretty decent amount of damage, considering he did that, like, barehanded. Charge the guy. There you go. And then Nefya really should be, yeah, able to finish it. There we go. And then Aslife can sort of help, you know, Kettle out a bit. I still think he might not even need it, but we'll help him out. So, ready. And then if we get Kettle to use his tactical move, he can run over there. And he'll be a lot safer. And then, right, let's get you out there as well. And then if he tries to get close to Aslife, he'll take an attack. And then, you know, that's going to be... Oh, boy. Oh, he found the right move there. That's pretty clever. Totally forgot that that was even possible. Right, so what if we... We're going to be able to kill this guy so easily. Go over there. Hit him. So this is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to use Kettle's tactical move again. And we're just going to use Ruskva to finish this guy because that'll get her more experience. And I feel like that might be helpful. Seeing as she is one of the weaker members of our party. Like, that seems like a decent move, right? I don't know. That's a lot of blood. And it belongs to people that are technically innocent, so I'm not super happy about the way we did this. Alright, 3 witchcraft, 44 scouting, 32 guarding. The guarding is like really low. Alright, so everybody just eat meat as much as we possibly can. We have 1 piece of meat. How's that gonna work? Right, so you know what? Let's just give that to, he's hesitant. Give that to Nefya. I think she might be alright with that. And we just, all we really have... 5 meat will spoil this camp. Alright, so we need to turn that into... Does anybody actually know how to preserve? Nobody knows how to preserve. I just realized that that's kind of stupid because we have a lot of meat apparently it's going to spoil. Oh, we have 5. Alright, so if we give everybody meat, we're going to keep 1 piece of meat. So let's just do that. Whatever. We definitely need more, you know, party members. Alright, so we gained 3 medicine. We didn't get any extra meat. And our scouts found something of interest. That's good. Man, it is... Okay, it's raining really hard here. What is that? Scouted area. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, so we found some piece of interest. We're going to check that out, but we're going to do that in the next part. This video is already way too long. Nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, I still really enjoy this game. I know that not too many people are watching it, but I still really enjoy it. So I'm just going to press on with this. And I hope that you guys that are watching it are really enjoying it too. So, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll talk to you soon.